Picture this. It's the last day of the month. Owner number 1 is at their desk late at night. Invoices open, email pinging, a half-finished spreadsheet on one screen, a bank tab on the other. Their brain is full of tiny fires, but absolutely starved for direction. Now, owner number 2. Same size business, same chaos in the world, but they're sitting with a cup of coffee and a 4-page AI-shaped board brief. One document, plain language. It tells them what actually changed this month, what customers are feeling, what's happening with cash, and what decisions are on the table. 60 minutes later, they're done. 3 decisions made, 2 experiments chosen, 1 risk owner assigned. That's it. No dashboard overdose, no 20 tabs, no "we should talk about this sometime." That never happens. That's what we're building today. Your AI board brief. And yes, even if it's just you and a dog in the office, you get a bored moment.
Pattern detected. You just described the difference between reacting to noise and listening to a signal. Most owners are drowning in data, but the business doesn't actually have a clear voice at the strategy table.
Exactly. And the good news is, you don't need a Silicon Valley tech stack or a full-time analyst to fix that. You need copy, paste, one AI assistant, and a little structure. That's a solvable bottleneck.
And then you need a ritual, because a beautiful brief you never review is just a pretty PDF. Let's streamline this into a 60-minute habit that actually changes how you run the business.
You're listening to Navigating AI with Apex Blue, where we help you use AI to work smarter and sell more without turning your life into one long tech tutorial. Today is all about that AI-assisted board brief, a monthly snapshot that makes you feel like a real CEO, not the chief firefighter. Nova, let's start at the skeleton level. If someone's thinking, board brief? That sounds very corporate. How do we make this feel lean and scrappy enough for a solo shop or a team of 5?
Clarity achieved. Think of a board brief as 3 to 5 pages, not 30. It's a snapshot, not a novel. 4 simple sections are enough for most small businesses. A handful of core metrics, customer signals, a quick cash snapshot, and a short list of risks and opportunities.
Let's break those down. Core metrics first. That's 3 to 5 numbers that answer, is the business healthy this month? For many of you, that might be monthly revenue, number of new customers, customer retention or repeat rate, and maybe average order value or utilization if you sell services.
Yes, and notice what's not in there. 15 vanity metrics from 5 different dashboards. We want the heartbeat, not the whole body scan.
Exactly. Next, customer signals. This is where humans love this stuff because it moves beyond numbers. You're looking for patterns in reviews, support tickets, social comments, and sales conversations. What are customers praising, complaining about, or confused by this month?
Third, the cash snapshot. Not a full financial statement, just the essentials. How much cash came in, how much went out, what's in the bank, and any big changes or surprises. This gives you a quick, can we breathe check. Finally, risks and opportunities. Think of this as your radar. What could hurt you if you ignore it? And what could help you if you lean in? 1 to 3 bullets each. No dramatics, just honest notes.
And before anyone panics about where this data lives, you already have it. Your core metrics are in your accounting tool, your payment processor, your CRM. Customer signals are sitting inside your email inbox, chat transcripts, review platforms, and social channels. Cash is in your banking app or bookkeeping software. Risks and opportunities, those live in your gut and your notebook.
Let's optimize that by mapping where each piece already lives. Literally make a tiny table, even if it's on a sticky note. Column 1, core metric. Column 2, where you pull it from. Do the same for customer signals and cash. If you know the source, AI can help you compress it.
So your homework from this segment is simple. Name 3 to 5 core metrics, pick 2 or 3 places you'll grab customer comments from, and decide which tool you'll use for your quick cash snapshot. That's your raw ingredient list for the brief. All right, we've got ingredients on the counter. Now we need to cook. Let's talk about turning all that raw data into a story humans can actually sit around and debate. Because a list of numbers doesn't make decisions. A narrative does. Here's the trap most owners fall into. They dump numbers into a slide deck, maybe throw in a bar chart, and then hope insight magically appears. Instead, let your AI assistant act like a journalist. Your job is to hand it the facts and ask for a story. Try a prompt like this, and feel free to steal this word for word. Here are my key metrics and customer comments for this month. Explain in plain language what changed compared to last month, why that matters, and what you think customers are feeling right now. Keep it under 1 page. What you're asking for is a headline and a short article, not a thesis. Maybe the AI comes back with, headline, fewer new customers, but existing ones are spending more. Story, your repeat buyers are loving the new bundle, but new leads are dropping because your ad spend was paused. Now you have something humans can actually talk about.
And notice how that shifts the conversation. Instead of revenue was down 3%, the question becomes, do we double down on repeat customers or reignite acquisition? That's a strategic decision instead of a math problem.
You can also ask AI to write from different angles. For your advisors who hate jargon, try, explain this like you're talking to a smart friend who doesn't know my industry. Use simple language and concrete examples. For your sales lead, you might say, highlight anything that touches lead quality, close rate, or referral behavior. This is where I have to say it. This needs sparkle. Don't be afraid to have the AI suggest 2 or 3 possible month stories. Example, story option A, growth plateau. Story option B, silent loyalty surge. Story option C, marketing stall. You pick the one that actually matches reality in your gut.
And that gut check is important. AI can draft the story, but you're still the editor-in-chief. If something feels off, ask it, what else could explain this pattern? Or show me an alternate interpretation that assumes marketing was fine, but operations slowed fulfillment.
Exactly. One more prompt I love. From this information, list 3 questions a smart advisor would ask me in a board meeting. No fluff, just the real questions that matter. Humans love this stuff because it turns your month from a blur into a conversation starter. All right, we've talked ingredients and story. Let's get tactical. Stryker, walk us through the no-drama workflow. How does a busy owner go from 5 open tabs to a finished AI board brief without losing an entire day?
Deploying now. Let's keep this as low-tech as possible. You don't need new software to start. You need a repeatable copy-paste routine and one AI workspace you trust, whether that's ChatGPT, a business assistance workspace, or a private tool your team uses. Step 1. Exports. Once a month, you or an assistant pull 3 quick exports or screenshots, one from your accounting or payment tool with revenue and key line items, one from your CRM or sales tracker with leads, deals, or bookings, and one batch of customer words, reviews, emails, chat logs, social comments. Don't overthink it. Grab a representative slice. Step 2.
Drop them into a single AI thread. Label them clearly as you go. For example, Section 1, Core Metrics. Here's my revenue and sales export. Then, Section 2, Customer Signals. Here are 20 recent customer comments. Then, Section 3, Cash Snapshot. Here's my quick cash breakdown.
Step 3. Ask AI to create a structured outline for the brief before it writes anything fancy. Something like, create a 4-section outline for a 3 to 5 page board brief based on this data. 1. Core numbers this month. 2. What customers are saying. 3. Cash and runway. 4. Risks, opportunities, and decisions.
Once the outline looks right, step 4 is generation. Your prompt might be, using that outline, draft a concise board brief in plain business language. Include a short headline for the month, bullet point summaries, and 2 to 3 scenario options for next month. For example, conservative, steady, and aggressive.
Those scenarios are powerful. They turn the brief from a rear-view mirror into a steering wheel. Each scenario is basically, if we do X, Y is likely to happen. Even a lightweight version forces you to think ahead instead of just looking back.
For anyone worried about time, cap yourself. Preparing the inputs should take 60 to 90 minutes max the first time, and faster once it's a routine. Editing the AI draft into a final 3 to 5 page doc, another 30 to 45 minutes. If this is taking all day, you're doing too much, or asking the AI for a novel.
And you definitely don't have to make it pretty at first. A Google Doc with clear headings beats a perfectly designed slide deck that never gets used. Let the impact come from the insight, not the fonts.
If you do want visuals, have AI help there too. Ask, based on this brief, suggest 3 to 5 simple charts or visuals that would clarify the story and describe what each one should show. Then you or your team can build those in whatever tool you like.
And remember, systems never sleep. Once you dial in this workflow, most of it becomes rinse and repeat. Same exports, same AI thread, same structure. We're not reinventing the wheel every month. We're just rolling it forward.
So we've got the bones and the workflow. Now, Pulse, this is your playground. How do we turn this into that monthly board hour so the brief doesn't just sit in a folder while everyone goes back to putting out fires?
Let's streamline this. Think of your monthly board hour as a standing meeting with 3 parts. Review, questions, decide. 60 minutes max. Put it on the calendar the same week every month, even if it's just you and your thoughts. First 20 minutes, review. Everyone reads the brief in silence or skims it beforehand. No one is allowed to argue with the numbers yet. You're just absorbing the story, the headline for the month, the key metrics, what customers are saying, and the cash snapshot. Next 20 minutes, questions. This is where you use those AI-generated board questions or add your own. Ask, what surprised us? What feels off? What's the one thing we're pretending not to see? Write the questions down as you go. Let the brief be the starting point, not the end. Final 20 minutes. Decide. You choose 3 things, not 30. 1 promise you will keep, 1 risk you will reduce, and 1 experiment you will launch. That's your board hours output.
Let's quantify those. Promises kept might be, we will respond to all support tickets within 24 hours by the end of next month. Risks reduced could be, we will diversify from 1 major client by closing 2 new mid-sized accounts. Experiments launched might be, we will test a new pricing bundle with 10 existing customers.
And don't just decide. Assign. Every promise, risk, and experiment gets an owner, even if the owner is you wearing a different hat. You literally write it in the brief. Owner, Sam. Deadline, June 30. Let the process lead, not the mood of the day.
If you're a tiny team or solo, this might feel a bit formal, but that's the point. You're giving your future self something to answer to next month, not just vibes and memories of being busy.
Exactly. And to track whether this monthly board hour is working, keep 3 simple follow-through metrics right on the first page of your brief. Promises kept, risks reduced, experiments launched. How many did you actually complete last month? After a few cycles, you'll notice something. More of your time is spent on follow-through, and fewer surprises are catching you off guard. That's the quiet power of a board ritual, even if the only people in the room are you, a notebook, and an AI assistant.
All right, let's land this with 3 moves you can take as soon as this episode ends, so this doesn't become just another someday idea. Action 1. Pick your core sections. Decide on 3 to 5 metrics, where you'll grab customer comments from and how you'll see your cash snapshot. Write that down today, on a sticky note, inside a doc, wherever. That's your future brief's backbone. Action 2. Run a rough first AI board brief. No perfection. Export a few numbers, copy a batch of customer comments, drop them into your AI assistant, and ask for a 1-page narrative and a simple 4-part outline. Consider it your messy first draft. Creativity unlocked. Action 3. Schedule your first 60-minute board hour. Put it on the calendar right now. Just you or you and one trusted teammate or advisor. Use the agenda Pulse gave you. Review, questions, decide. If you show up for that 1 hour, you'll feel the difference in how you steer the whole month.
If you want help, we've got you. We put together a simple board brief template and a prompt pack you can plug straight into your AI assistant, so you're not staring at a blank page.
Head over to the Apex Blue website and grab the AI Board Brief Kit. It'll walk you through the sections, the prompts, and the monthly rhythm, so you can remove the friction and get straight to decisions.
You don't need a big boardroom to think like a board. You just need a simple system that runs every month. Architecting the fix is the easy part. Showing up for that 1 hour is where the real leverage lives.
Thanks for listening to Navigating AI with Apex Blue. Build your brief, claim your board hour, and let AI handle the heavy lifting so you can focus on the decisions only you can make. Stay smart, stay curious, and stay ahead.